Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I hope you're safe, you're at home, you're in quarantine, you're social distancing, and you're safe and healthy. Okay, I don't have corona, I'm just coughing. Okay, so let's begin with today's video. I've previously made a video on areas of shapes and perimeters of shape. Who can guess what today's video will be about? Oh, I've written it right there. That's so silly of me, but okay, we're going to talk about volumes. Volumes is the space occupied by a shape. Usually volumes are for 3D objects. What I mean by 3D objects are cubes. You see, it's a 3D object, a cuboid, okay, a sphere, a pyramid, and a cone. I don't have a cone, sorry. So let's begin. I'm gonna give you formulas for different 3D shapes that are really important to remember because they keep recurring, and you'll need them throughout your academic syllabus or until you get your degree, in case you're doing you're gonna major in something related to mathematics. Okay, without wasting time, let's begin with the volume of a cube. Volume of a cube. Okay, so since we can see this shape right here, it has one side, okay, and then it has another side here and another side here. So there are three sides. So the volume of a cube is found by multiplying side times side times side. But remember, for cubes, all sides are equal, okay? Just like squares. So it's side times side times side. So that's the same as side cube, okay? So that's the volume of a cube. Then we go to cuboids. So cuboids are basically 3D rectangles, okay? So it has length, width, and height. This is a watch box, a really old watch box, so just bear with it. But length, width, and height, okay? So the volume of a cuboid is found by multiplying length times width times height. Okay? Next, we have a sphere. Okay? Remember, this is like a 3D circle. So it must be having a radius, okay? From here to the center of the sphere. Somewhere there in between all this puffy ball, okay? So it has a radius. So the volume of a sphere is found by 4 over 3 pi r cube, okay? So the radius times by the radius times the radius times by pi. I told you the value of pi is 3.14 or 22 over 7. Your choice. If you haven't watched my video on circumference and areas of circles, please do. They're really helpful and they'll explain to you about how you can calculate measurements related to circles and spheres. Okay, so moving on to our next 3D shape, that's a prism. Okay, a prism or pyramid, your choice. Okay, so we have a prism here, volume of, let's call it prism, not pyramid, but you know it's all the same. So the volume is found by multiplying length times width times height over 3. Okay, so this is the length, this is the width, and this is the height. So length times width times height. How tall is the prism? How tall is it? The length and the width. Okay, and then we still have two more shapes that I don't have at home, but then and I can't go out in such time, so okay, I'll just draw them for you. So we have a cylinder. Okay, it has a radius, it has a height. the volume of a cylinder is found by pi r square h. And then we have a cone. I feel like having ice cream when I hear cone. Do you as well? I feel normal if you do too. Okay, so anyways, so the cone has height and it has radius. Okay, so the volume of a cone, ice cream cone, it's like an inverted ice cream cone, isn't it? So just imagine you having ice cream and that cone that you have, it has height. Okay, so that's basically the tip of the cone to wherever the ice cream scoop is. Okay, and the radius is the distance between the center to the side of the cone. Like, yeah, I'm sure you can imagine that, right? So the volume of a cone is found by pi r square h over 3. If you've noticed something, it's like 1/3 area of a circle multiplied by height, because in a cone you have a circle below, right? So the area of the circle multiplied by the height times 1/3. So these are all the formulas that you need to remember. I wouldn't say they're really important if you're a non-science major, but then if you're going to major in science in the future, be sure to remember them because they're so repetitive. I'm doing calculus right now and I've solved so many questions related to it, and I lose marks when I forget such easy stuff. So make sure you do not forget stuff like this. They're easy marks. They're 3 points in fact. So let's start with examples. Let's start with a cube. For example, you have a cube, okay? Remember, the three sides of a cube are equal. So, with the side 5 feet, okay? So to get the volume, you multiply 5 feet times 5 feet times 5 feet. So what will you get? 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is volume is equal to 125 feet. But then remember, when we are looking for area and we multiplied feet twice, it became feet square. But now we are multiplying it thrice. So feet times feet, feet square. Feet square times feet is going to be feet cube. Okay, so the SI unit for volume is meter cube. Okay, but then if you're using any other unit, it must be in cubes, like centimeter cube, feet, cubed feet. Okay, like whatever it is, it's going to be cubed because it's multiplied thrice. Okay, so now we know how to find volume of a cube. Now let's move to a cuboid. A cuboid is like a 3D rectangle, as I mentioned before, so it has length, width and height. So let's say the length is 3, the height is 4 and the width is 5. Okay, so these are your dimensions and you're being told to look for the volume. So volume will be equal to length times width times height. Okay, so volume is equal to 3 times 4 times 5. So that's 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 5 is 60. So the volume is 60 cubed units. Okay. Just caution. Make sure that whenever you're calculating volume, the units for all dimensions should be the same. It shouldn't be that one is in feet, one is in meters, one is in inches. No, all of them should be uniform. Okay. So now we're done with cube, we're done with cuboid. Let's go to sphere. Okay. So you have a sphere here. I'm not a good artist. You must have noticed that by now. But there you go. So this is the radius of the sphere. In this question, we put it as 12. Okay. And volume of a sphere, if you remember, is 4/3 pi r cube. And now here we have 12 centimeter. So it's going to be volume is equal to 4/3 times 3.14 times 12 times 12 times 12. Okay, can you see this? 12 times 12 times 12. Okay, and then volume is equal to, when you multiply this, you can either use a calculator, or if you're good at multiplication and you're sure you won't make a mistake, or if you're not allowed to use calculators in your schools, so you just do it by hand, and the answer you'll get is 7238.23 centimeter cube. Can you see this? Cube. Okay, so all you need to do is multiply 4 over 3 times 3.14, that is pi, times the radius, times the radius, times the radius thrice. Okay, so now we're done with sphere. Moving on to our next shape, that is a prism or a pyramid. I know a pyramid makes more sense. I don't know why they chose prism to name it, but if they did, let's just use pyramid now. I mean prism. Oh, I love pyramids. If you've gone to Egypt, please write that in the comment section below. I'm really interested in traveling. Okay, back to the video. So this is a prism. Okay, I'm a bad artist. And then we have length, and we have height, and we have width. As I showed you before, this is a prism or a pyramid according to me. So this is the length, this is the width, and this is the height. How tall is the prism? How tall is it? So now you have length. The volume of a prism is equal to length times width times height over 3. Okay, so the length for us is 4. The width is also 4. The height is, let's say, 3. Do you want 3? No, let's put it as 12. Okay, so volume will be equal to 4 times 4 times 12. Okay, over 3. So you just substitute in the formula, and it's really easy to do as long as the units are the same. The units should be uniform. Okay, if they are uniform, then just plug in and you're ready to go. So let's simplify. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So now you have 4 times 4 times 4. So that is 16 times 4. That is 64. So volume is 64 units cube. Because they didn't give us units, it's not a must write units cubed, but it's better to write it so your professor or your teacher knows that you know how the units of volume should be written. You know, it's always good to show off that you have extra knowledge. So even if you make tiny errors, your professor will know that you know stuff and might give you marks. So make sure you write that. Do not forget that. Okay, now let's go to cylinders. So you have a circle here, you have a circle there. Can you see that? That's why we have pi r squared, that is area of a circle, multiplied by the height. Okay, that is volume of. Now what if your height, okay, so this height is equal to 11.4 feet and the radius is equal to 5.5 feet. The only thing that you need to do, because both are feet, you can just plug in. So volume is equal to 3.14, radius is 5.5 square, and height 11.4. And then you just multiply, so you get 3.14 times 30.25 times 11.4. so the volume you get is 7082.8 feet cubed. Okay, I know I didn't show you how to multiply this because I know you know that, because of course that's a grade 1 thing. And if you don't know how to multiply, you can still check out my videos for 3rd graders and 4th graders regarding multiplication of decimals, and you'll do well. Don't worry, don't panic. You're doing great till now and you'll continue doing great. Okay, now our last shape, that is a cone. Oh, ice cream cone. Okay, so this is our ice cream cone, inverted ice cream cone, with the height 11 and a radius 3. Okay, volume of a cone, as we remember, is pi r square h over 3. So you just substitute 3.14 times your radius is 3 square times height, that is 11. Okay, divide by 3. This will be 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So you just multiply this and you're gonna get 103.69 units cube. Okay, so volumes are mostly about remembering the formula. Okay, let me just note this down, what the important things about for volumes are. Okay, let me zoom in so you can see it as well. Can you see that? Yeah, I'm sure you can. So the first thing that you need to notice is formula. You must remember the formula. Second thing, check the units. Check the units. They should be the same. They should be uniform. Same units. If the units are the same, then just substitute. If not, then convert them to match. You substitute, solve, that is multiply. Okay, if you haven't watched my algebra videos, please do go watch them. I'm sure they're going to help you solve questions like these, because they're going to help you find variables like the volume. And once you're done solving, you have your answer. And then you just make sure the unit is cubed. Okay, so if centimeter cube, inch cube, meters cubed. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more content. Have a good day. Bye-bye.